Okay, well here we are. It's September 2nd today. We are at the Golden Tulip Hotel here in Bordeaux. And we're about to set off for Saint-Emillion. It's about a 30 to 40 kilometer ride from here. I got my compadre in the back there. And she's got her Trek bike, I've got mine. We're all geared up. Left the bags in the hotel until the 18th of September. And we're going to take off, catch the Lapopie bikeway, and here we go. Okay, we're currently cycling along the Lapopie bicycle path, which goes from Bordeaux. And it's a pleasant ride. Old railway bed, so it's smooth as a pancake. Minimal grade. And in a few hours we hope to be in Saint-Emillion. But it's a beautiful ride. It is September 2nd today, and we have completed day one cycle from Bordeaux to Saint-Emillion, 60 kilometers with the little extension we did over to the Dordogne River. And we are staying right here at the Logis de Jurat, right here in the old town, and it's just behind me over there. And great location. And so we're going to take a tour of the town tonight. It's about 7:45 right now. Just had a quick little power snooze after riding into town here, and off we go. Well, this part of France is known for its foie gras, pâté, and its cheeses. But hey, there's lots of time for that. Duck and pâté, which I must say I'm not very fond of. So tonight we stopped for some Vietnamese soup, and I must say it was pretty good. Certainly not cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but it was very tasty. So we're just gonna cruise around the old town here before turning in for the night. September 3rd today. Maybe you look a little worse for wear, but actually feeling pretty good today. And had a really nice stay here at the Logis de Jurat. And beautiful day here in Saint-Emillion. About 16, 17 degrees at least right now. And we're gonna walk up to the tourist info, and we're gonna get a key to go up the tower, have a look around. €4 gets you in here. Ooh. Well, we have arrived. We were at the top of the tower, looking down towards the Dordogne. Leaving the small village of Saint-Emillion. Had a wonderful stay here, but our journey now takes us slightly east. And we'll be heading towards Loubs-Bernac, roughly 51 k's today. And here come the sights from the route to Loubs-Bernac. Okay, dinner time now at Chez Moutier, and we're gonna see how this goes. It's 39 euros set meal, but it's everything in there, and great for Sylvie because it's all the wine she can drink. It's kind of like bottomless soda drink, except it's wine. Sylvia, and
wow!
It's
a fiesta.
It's 39 euros per person, so by Canadian standards it's not cheap, but we're on our second course. It's some sort of duck pate bread, and Sylvie's really happy because you get like unlimited wine.
This was the first course. This is the second course, and there's going to be 12 bottles of wine by the time we're done.
So wow. Pretty much bottomless pit of wine, which is great if you're an alcoholic.
Stuck in my brain.
Well, good morning, September 4th today, and we're getting a little bit later start than we had hoped. At some point our good fortune would end, and here we are. Sylvia has a headache today / migraine, and perhaps a little too much vino del bambino, but as it is, we are going to have to adjust, and we're a little unsure now as to what our next stop will be, depending on how she feels. But other than that, it's a beautiful day here, and we're going to leave our accommodations at this small gîte outside of Lubsbernac and off towards Monpazier. Well, we have just taken a little bit of a break here for lunch at 31-kilometer mark at a little village called Saint-Aubin-de-Langlois, and just a unassuming little town, very quiet. Probably very few tourists ever been to this place. Seems a little off the grid, but it's pleasant. They have quite a few of the little towns have picnic tables, so you can, if you're packing a little light lunch, you can easily stop for lunch. But don't expect a lot of coffee shops or restaurants along the way. Certainly our experience so far is that if there's a restaurant, it's probably full because it's a tour group has booked it all up, and you'd be just shit out of luck. There's just nothing there. So pretty much you have to have a lunch packed with you all along. Either that or you just eat breakfast and dinner. Okay, so what are your thoughts of this day's ride so far, Sylvia?
Spectacular, really good.
Yeah. You're doing pretty good for having had a headache this morning.
Pretty good.
So you're going to have any more wine tonight?
No, we're going to just get going here pretty soon.
Stuck in my brain.
Well, we're coming up on 5:30, and we are probably about 8 kilometers, Sylvia? To Monpazier. Quiet road. There's no vineyards in this area here, just basically farmlands and pastures. Very peaceful. Nice nut trees here lining the roadway, and we've got our accommodation already pre-booked. Tourist office, we called up ahead, and they booked something for us, which is, we're getting a little bit more clever now, letting other people do the work for us. So we should be in Monpazier in about half an hour. September 5th today. Just taking a little walking tour through the market square here on Monpazier. Very pleasant little town. Not too far from Beaumont or Bergerac, the larger town. And quite pleasant. And a beautiful day here. over on a little side road here, about 11 k's out of Monpazier, and we've thought it was a nice quiet road, and it is. And generally it's fairly safe to go pee on the side of the road, but as Sylvia found out, there's always a chance that a car might come by.
Yep.
Well, we're about 2 kilometers to Belvez now. About 17 kilometers out of Monpazier. Nice ride. Again, totally different. Lot more forest, less agriculture. Totally different than the other days.
Люди серьезно решаются на безумные поступки ради кого-то. Они думают, что реально нужны кому-то.
So 39 k's, we're pulling out of the little village of Cadouin. Now you might be asking, why is it 25 degrees and we're wearing masks? Well, they got these little black bugs here when you go through the forest. And I don't know what they are, they're like gnats. But I've called them little fucker bugs. Because they try to fuck you up. They go right to your head. Because there's so many of them, they mess with your mind. Go kind of crazy with the things. That's why we're wearing these. Well, we are crossing the Dorne again. Water's much cleaner up here. And apparently there's a lot of kayaking in the region here.
Don't try to stop.
We've arrived at Ezyzies, and the power of the eagle. That eagle feather, there's probably nothing left of it. It got plucked pretty hard today. Sylvia's patience was definitely tested to the max. Maybe that's why I'm called the max. Because I gotta tolerate the max sometimes. Anyway, we're here at Ezyzies, and we're at Hotel Lapopie. Okay, 7 o'clock now, and we have checked in at our accommodation in Ezyzies at Hotel de Passeur. 100 euros. It's a little on the pricey side, but the bottom line is we've got something here, and it was about a 71-kilometer ride today, a little longer than we'd expected. The power of the eagle was severely tested today. I don't know even if there's even any hairs left on that feather. It got plucked pretty bad today. And anyhow, we are now going to look for something to eat that isn't duck, because I'm kind of ducked out. So we're going to look for maybe some pizza or something. Okay, here we are in Ezyzies. Well, good morning. It's Friday, September the 6th. Beautiful day here in Ezyzies. And today's ride will take us through the valley and off to Cirq, which will be our destination for tonight. It's probably about a 67, perhaps 70-kilometer ride today, but it's going to be a beautiful ride, and expecting some more beautiful scenery. It's been a wonderful trip up to now. And looking behind me, you can see some of the old prehistoric caves up in the hill here in Ezyzies, which is really what it's famous for. We've arrived into Sarlat La-Canda after not a bad ride, a couple little climbs, and about midway point. Okay, we're coming into the village of... Let me try that again. We're coming into Dom. Just waiting for Stille to stop. Good morning, it's Saturday, and we're coming to you from Vitrac, and we went to Dom last night. Didn't make it to Cirq last night, just with all the hills and the sights. We ran a little bit behind schedule. We're about 30 k's off our mark. We're going to go to another little Lagage de Roc, which is one of the tourist stops. We're going to backtrack to there and then carry on our cycle path to Cirq and Rocamadour. Beautiful day here. It's slightly overcast, but about 18 degrees. Oh, we're just riding along this old railway grade after about an hour and a half cycle from Vitrac, 24.5 kilometers. And this takes us to Cirq. And our destination today would be Rocamadour. Well, good morning. Coming to you from Rocamadour today, Sunday, September the 8th. It's a beautiful day here in Rocamadour, and we've checked out of our accommodation here at the Hotel du Chateau, and we will check out a Rocamadour cheese factory here in a few minutes. We're going to backtrack on the road where we came in. There was that goat cheese factory up there. And then from here, we're going to work our way towards Saint-Céré. And there's a few little villages of Toire on the way. And can't remember the other two offhand, but that's the direction we're headed.
The ride up to now, how was that ride yesterday there, Sylvia? Don't hold back. The eagle feather's good again. Challenging?
Challenging.
Yeah.
Up and down, and it's always the usual. The last 10 kilometers are always straight uphill. Guaranteed. Last 10 kilometers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Monday, September 9th today, and this little video is coming from Saint-Céré at Le Trois Soleils de Montal Hotel, a 3-star hotel just above the town of Saint-Céré, about 2 kilometers away. The accommodation here is certainly much better than most of the rest of the accommodation in Saint-Céré. The bulk of them down there are on 2-star, which we checked out, and you would probably only stay there if desperate. Saint-Céré, otherwise a very unimpressive town, no real purpose to come here other than just for a night's rest. which is exactly what we've done. And today our ride will carry on through to Figeac, and it'll be about a 4 to 5 hour journey in duration. And we've got our accommodation already pre-booked in Figeac at the Best Western. And here goes the rest of today's ride on Monday, September the 9th. So just as we're leaving town here, made a quick stop to Aldi, which is open this morning, and just picked up some tomatoes and some salami and a couple Coke Zeros. They're $2.50 at the golf course, and they're 43 cents here. So you can see why we shop here at Aldi. Okay, well, about just about 2 kilometers out of Saint-Cyr on a 3.5 kilometer route uphill out of the town. Saint-Cyr lies at the bottom of the valley. So, you know, when there's a jig-jag sign that looks like a zipper, it says 3.5, you know that's exactly what you're doing. You're going uphill for 3.5 Ks. I think we're about 8 kilometers up from Saint-Cyr. And believe it or not, we're still going up. So much for that 3.5 kilometer. Doing about 7 Ks. We made one stop. It's pretty good climb. Looks like we got about another 800 meters according to the zipper sign up ahead. And we're still going up. So much for those carbs this morning. Gotta lay off on the bread. So one observation I've made is that in France, unlike in Switzerland and Germany, when there's a mountain, the Swiss and the Germans go through it. But no, not in France. They go up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. Well, we've just climbed 3.5 kilometers out of the small village of Lem. Sylvia's just pulling up behind me now. Pretty good climb, eh, Sylvia?
It was easy. No problems at all.
And you can just see a little bit of the view behind me here. And we're just looking down towards our destination, which is Figeac. Somewhere's over there. Lots of farmland here. Ducks in the road. Well, good morning. It's Tuesday, September the 10th here in Figeac. We had a good stay here at the Best Western Lapopie, and we've had to don the raining gear today because it's been raining a good portion of the evening. And in the morning, although it's not supposed to rain much as we go forward through the early morning, we decided to wear the rain gear just in case. And so today's ride will take us off to the small town of Sarlat La-Canda, and we will call that place our destination for the day. So next we'll be en route to Sarlat La-Canda. Well, we've arrived into Cirq Lapopie. Really easy ride today.
Straight downhill.
A little bit of a climb out of Figeac, and then I think we went downhill for over
30 kilometers.
seemed like 30 kilometers downhill. What a treat! Yay! And of course, when you get treated and you've worked so hard going downhill, you get the manger. And there's Sylvie having her snacky poos there. There's lunch at this 2-star hotel, probably the best hotel we've had for the money this entire trip here. It's super clean, and it's a good little stop here. So when in Europe, this is a typical déjeuner or mid-eating there. Yeah, I stopped for some Coke Zero, got some croissants there, some salami, tomatoes, got some olives, and it's fine dining at its best.
5 stars.
Gotten up. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning here in Cirq Lapopie, and it's much cooler here in the Lot Valley. The Lot River is behind me, and you can see we woke up with a lot of fog here in the valley this morning, but it will be a good day. It's Wednesday, September the 11th today, and just coming to you here from this 2-star hotel. We've had a great sleep here. The accommodations was really good, very clean, and we're about to have the petit déjeuner, and look forward to our ride. We'll head off to Cahors. We're definitely a little ahead of schedule, so this day we're just basically gonna make it up to Cahors a little bit further and wing it from there. Well, we've just had petit déjeuner here at Hotel La Gabaresse in Cirq Lapopie, and the fog that was behind me earlier, probably an hour ago, has long but lifted, and it's a beautiful day here. The sun is full out and it's starting to warm up, and we're gonna have a great ride today on our way to Cahors.
What do you think there, Sylvia?
Pretty relaxing.
Could spend a couple days here?
Spend a couple of days here for sure.
Yeah, well, there's the little pool here. For a 2-star hotel, it more than exceeded our expectations here. Super clean rooms. The breakfast was very good. And as we look towards the Lot Valley here. Okay, so going up the hill to Sarlat Lapopie in the granny gear because I still got a few croissants in the gut and about 4 cups of coffee.
We made a little deviation down to the bottom of the valley here. There's the Lot River down below here on the right. Walking trail, lots of people walking here. And I deviated because I saw on YouTube there's a little walking trail that goes along the base of this cliff right here. And I didn't want to miss that, of course, because we would have bypassed that up in the upper hills. There's one of the locks here for the boats to get around the rapids on the Lot River. A lot of folks rent these things for a month to go up and down the Lot. Water bottle.
Nice and cold. Nothing wrong with that.
Crossing the Lot River now. There's all the tour boats. So we've arrived in the city of Cahors, about 260 kilometers outside of Bordeaux, lying east of Bordeaux. And this town here is on the pilgrimage path to Santiago del Compostela. And the entire way we've been riding since Figeac through to here, we've been seeing little clamshells. Well, not little clamshells, they're good-sized clamshells. And the clamshells are all marking the direction that you're to go for your pilgrimage. And just up ahead, even buried here in the rocks of this bridge here in Cahors, you can see the little clamshell markings on the rocks to guide your path to Santiago del Compostela, which is the end of the pilgrimage that many people are taking. Originally, we thought that the majority of the people probably take the Santiago de Compostela starting in Spain. However, we discovered there's a lot of people that are doing it already from France and probably from Germany, because it does go straight across. Anyhow, I'll show you what one of these little markings looks like.
beautiful day here in Bordeaux, France. It is Thursday, September the 12th, and we're probably already sitting at around 22 degrees, an estimated high of around 27. And this is the Hostels International here in Bordeaux. It is simple accommodation, but it's clean and it is well located. It is literally right across the street from the bridge, one of the most famous bridges here in France, as it crosses the Lot River behind me here. And it is also the route for the Santiago de Compostela. So today's cycle we will be riding from Cahors along the Lot River towards Bordeaux.
An hour out of Cahors. And we're just cycling along the Lot Valley Velo route. Back into the vineyards here. Vineyards, walnut trees. It's actually a paved road. It's a little bumpy. A little shack back there is a little refuge for hikers. It's a pleasant cycle, quite easy. And it's a beautiful day here.
We're in the little town of Cirq, and we stopped for a little lunch here at this little restaurant behind us. Of course, Sylvie said she just wanted to stop because they had a bathroom here. And I think it's really because she saw the sign that said 15 euros for the sausage and salad. And get her reviews on that afterwards. I'm not so sure it was such a good deal of 15 euros, but that's what she wanted. So here we are. We're going to carry on along the river here, the river lot, as we work our way further towards Bordeaux.
Give me the review of your lunch there, Sylvia.
Pretty good. The tomatoes were amazing. The Toulouse sausage was good and interesting, and the coffee, well, dessert was good. It was a pretty good experience by the river. No problems.
Was it worth the 15 euros?
Yeah, worth it.
So September 13th, we are in Puy-l'Évêque, just about approximately 50 or so kilometers out of Cahors, and we came across this great accommodation here, Hotel Henry, just on the edge of town. It's a rather inconspicuous looking location. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but certainly on the inside the accommodation was very clean. At 58 euros, probably one of the best deals you'll find here in the Lot Valley. Breakfast was an additional 6 euros, with lots of coffee and baguettes with jam. So nothing wrong with the logis here. Well, we're currently at the Hotel Henry here in Puy-l'Évêque. And not often I'll make a recommendation for accommodation, but certainly at 58 euro for a room without carpets. It's simple, it's clean, it was very quiet on the garden side. So at that price, I really don't think you can go wrong with the logis here. It's also known as the Hotel Restaurant Henry in Puy-l'Évêque. Again, 58 euros will put you on the garden side, 46 will put you here on the street side, in these rooms above us over here. The town does get fairly quiet in the evenings, but I would still recommend the garden. It's much quieter. Breakfast, the petit déjeuner, ample amount of coffee, and the typical French breakfast, croissant and baguettes. But when you're in these parts, that's what you'll expect. Otherwise, the Hotel Logis, also the Hotel Henry.
I can't remember who I am. I hope you still recognize.
Well, we just left the little town of Tuzak, and we're going to cross the Lot River here once again. And we just take up the whole lane, that way nobody can come in here. A little bumpy, there we go. And we're crossing the Lot River. Here comes the spandexer right here. And not too friendly.
And I just can't seem to get over it. And I see I just wish I could feel.
So here I am by the river here. I've had my cafe Dopla, and now I'm going to try the calamari frit for €5. Not a bad little heap of calamari right there. Not sure why we're eating, because I just finished a petit pain about with chocolat about 300 meters up the road with a Coke Zero, but nonetheless I'm going to try some of these. You see it. That's a lesson we've learned. When you see it, you order it, because you may not see it again.
Calamari frit.
Calamari frit. Oh, it's. Oh, look at this. It's an 8 calamari. Pretty good.
Not bad? Okay, we're in Damazan here. We call this hotel. It's the what is it called? It's the Inner City Hotel or whatever. Anyhow, we get here. There's no fucking person here. You got to use this thing here. It's an automated machine.
Oh my god.
Okay, now you take my key. So I took my key. I take my receipt. It just shoots out your receipt there.
It gives you the key?
And then it gives you a key here, so you can't see the room. It's all automatic. And I just paid €78. And there's nobody here. What's this fucking world coming to? So checking into the inter-hotel confluence in Damazan, you'll end up having to use one of these little kiosk service. For most North Americans have probably never seen such a thing. You basically have to go to the kiosk, you punch it in, and it'll ask for your language. Currently there is somebody in reception, but after hours, that's what you're going to have to use to check in. give me a breakdown. How does our morning go here?
8 o'clock, the alarm goes off. Then we're snooze till 8:30. Shower, breakfast by 9. Eat till 10 and load up the little ortiba with some little extra.
Load it up or poach food from
Stash food, then load it up in my thermos. Is about 10 pounds right now.
There's a thermos, yeah.
And off we go. And that's our snack on the road.
And then we gotta sort out all our clothesline over there.
Oh my God, yeah.
Get that all sorted out. So this is, this is what two people normally don't
This
travel.
is
This normally cyclists have just a little sippy bottle.
Yeah, sippy bottle.
And a little energy pack, but not us. No, we got the works. Well, we're checking out now from the Inter Hotel Confluence here in the small town of Damazan, France. And if you're in need of a good hotel, we would recommend the Inter Hotel Confluence. The rooms are small, but they're very, very clean. The breakfast in the morning for €9 exceeded expectations, had everything you could possibly want, and then some. The only little tricky part is getting past the automated check-in service here, because it's a little kiosk that you have to use to check in. But if you can figure that out, the accommodation here is more than great. France, you get some croissants. These are great. I'm going to snag one of these here while I'm here because they're really good. They're little chocolatos. Pancakes. This has been a really nice treat. This is a fresh squeezed orange juice machine. And you've got lots of cheeses and everything else you could want here. And the coffee machine, which is most important in the morning. Damazan, and we're taking this little canal that parallels the Garonne River, and this is where we were going to go last night to Marmande. So we're currently riding from Damazan towards Langen. We opted to spend the night here. It was 4 o'clock and we didn't want to take the chance of having troubles with the bikes to get to Marmande. So stayed at the Inter Hotel, or can't remember the name of the damn thing is. It worked out really well. Beautiful ride here along the parallel canal. There's a little boat. Riding along the canal still. Very, very scenic. We've got some corn crops on the side, the parallel canal on the left. Lots of cyclists, lots of e-bikers. It's a beautiful little ride here from Damazan. Corn sign. Tourists, not too friendly. Another boat coming to us, and I'm just going to turn off the video. We're going to see if these guys will honk at us here. Couldn't get the last guys to honk, but let's see if we can get these guys to honk. Okay, well we're just about to end at the parallel canal, and we're about to connect into the Garonne River. And the junction point of the confluence of the two waterways should be maybe a little less than a kilometer away, so we're carrying on. It's a beautiful ride here from Damazan down along this canal here. Just c'est bon.
There is nothing like feeling young and
That's a bike barge right there. Or similar to it anyhow.
Time goes by so fast. Time goes by so fast.
This is the definition of stress-free living. Is that the definition of stress-free living?
Oh no, it's really stressful.
I can see that, yeah.
Only I can cope with it.
There they go.
So when you're cycling the Canal de Two Mares, you, for the most part, will cycle the lateral canal down to Damazan, and then it carries on from there down towards Toulouse.
Well, we got a few cyclists here. Not sure what gives that away. Just a couple bicycles here. Just 2 or 3 bikes, that's about it. Not the only tourist in town. These guys are all on a tour, boat and bike tours. Ha-ha! September 16th today, and a beautiful day here in the town of Langen. We've checked out of our motel or hotel down the road here, and we went to another one down there, the B&B, and we just shopped at the Lidl here, as you can see behind me, and we've loaded up with some food, and we're gonna take the bicycle trail down this direction, sort of heading south towards Bazin, and then Hostens, which is the bike trail that would go to the coast, which we're not going to do this trip. We've changed our mind. We'll stay here for the day, and then later tomorrow we may make our way towards Bordeaux slowly. Okay, here goes our ride towards Bazin.
Gonna leave it all behind.
Okay, so we've arrived in Bazas, and this is the famous La Cathedral here, and this is on the GR65, which is the major route that goes throughout France onwards to Spain on the Santiago de Compostela. And this is one of the, again, the pilgrimage points en route. The little town square of Bazas. We just did a little loop from Langen today to, as earlier mentioned, to Bazas, and just did a little loop route here. Taking me back into the loop road, taking me back towards the Canal de Garonne. So behind me here, this is literally the confluence point of the lateral canal that parallels along the Garonne River. And to my other side over here lies the Garonne River. Again, this is the confluence point here. A lot of the bike and barge boats, the real large ones, have to park just up the river, just past the bridge over there. And many of the smaller boats that we were watching go up in the canal will take this lateral canal right here. Well, good morning, our last ride here in France. And today's ride will be the final push to Bordeaux. We're leaving the town of Langen, where we've had to spend the last 3 days due to a convention in Bordeaux, which had a good percentage of the hotels committed. So we're stuck here, unfortunately, a little longer than we had anticipated. But today is the final push towards Bordeaux. We will be cycling towards Cadillac on the north side of the Garonne, and then we will catch in to the Lapopie cycle route around the town of Crayon. So here goes our final ride to Bordeaux. Around 12:30 and 34.5 kilometers from the town of Langen, and we've just tied into the Roger Lapopie, and we're going to take Roger Lapopie cycleway here right behind us right through to Bordeaux. And as you can see, Bordeaux is 32 kilometers to go, and should be an easy ride, probably about a couple hours and we'll be in Bordeaux. And that would be the end of our cycle trip here in France. So far, an uneventful day. We're back on the Roger Lapopie cycleway, and an easy cruise now back to Bordeaux. Okay, here we are in the little town of Sarlat, and we just pulled in for a bite to eat here. And this is a little bit of a sentimental place for us, because this is the first stop in our journey that we made on our cycle trip here in France in 2019. And we sat back in those chairs over there. That was about 960 kilometers ago. And here we are at the end of our journey. We're once again back in Sarlat, and we're going to have lunch. And I guess I'm going to be accompanied by this border collie who's just come over to say hello to us. So this is the last stop in our trip. Next stop will be Bordeaux. Today is our final cycling day, and we make the final push towards Bordeaux. And I may look a little rough for wear this morning, and the reason is here at the B&B hotel, yet again the air conditioner wasn't working last night. And then to add insult to injury, the neighbors got a dog over here, and that little fucker barked all night long, right till like the wee hours of the morning. There he is. There's a little shit right there. As you can see, I'm getting a send-off from my two buddies next door here. Two little fuckers barked. I thought there was only one, but now I actually see that there's two.
So they were working in tandem, they were taking turns. So the first guy would bark from about 11 till 1. He'd take a rest, and then the other one would kick in from 1 till 4, or at least 5 this morning. And then on top of that, you got this chicken back here too. So there's what you might expect staying here at the B&B Hotel. Oh, I forgot to add, you got the Audubon next door here too. Ole, 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 we be on the Roger Lapopie.
Vive le Pepe!
Ole, 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 we are on Roger Lapopie. Your kickstand's down.
Okay, Sylvie, show me the technique.
First you scan around, see everybody's watching, and then you just snip directly and you go like this.
That's how it's done.
And then there's cameras all